2 meters from the finish line. That's just over 6 feet, in case you were wondering. Another racer, Ukraine's Lyudmila Olenska, comes from behind to beat her.
A racer from Spain walked for almost an hour and a half, pushing her body to the limit. She thought she had won a medal. She was so sure that she grabbed a flag, waved to the crowd, and smiled for the cameras. Then, in the last step before the finish line, someone passed her. Her medal was gone. Her celebration became the most embarrassing moment of her life. Millions of people watched it happen. This is exactly what happened to Laura Garcia Caro in June 2024. As she enters the Olympic Stadium for the final stretch, she's in third place, bronze medal position. She's never won a major championship medal before in her entire career. This is her moment. This is what she's worked for her whole life. Laura looks behind her. She sees the next competitor is about 40 to 50 meters back. That's like half a football field. In her mind, there's no way anyone can catch her now. She has maybe 100 meters left to go. She stops checking behind her. Someone hands her a Spanish flag. She drapes it around her neck and over her shoulders. The crowd is cheering. She's smiling. With just 5 meters to go, she pumps her fist in the air. She sticks out her tongue. She's already celebrating like she's won. In her head, she's already on that podium. But here's what Laura doesn't know. While she's busy celebrating, a Ukrainian woman named Lyudmila Olenska is charging up from behind. Every single step, she's getting closer. The big screen in the stadium is showing Lyudmila catching up, but Laura isn't looking at it. The crowd is making noise, but Laura thinks they're cheering for her. Then it happens. With just 2 meters left, Laura finally sees something out of the corner of her eye. She turns her head to the right, and there's Lyudmila right next to her. Laura's face goes from pure joy to absolute horror in less than a second. Her smile disappears. Her eyes go wide. She tries to speed up, but it's too late. Her body is tired. She already slowed down. There's no time left. Lyudmila passes her right at the finish line. After 20 kilometers of walking, after an hour and 28 minutes of racing, Laura loses the bronze medal in the final step. The cameras catch everything. Laura crosses the line in 4th place. No medal, nothing. She looks completely destroyed. After the race, she said, "I am quite disappointed. In the last 10 meters, I thought I had it, but I didn't. Now, I have to heal my heart." But here's the craziest part. This wasn't even the first time something like this happened. Athletes keep making the same mistake over and over again. Let me tell you about Molly Huddle. In 2015, at the World Championships in Beijing, China, Molly was running the 10,000-meter race. That's 25 laps around the track. She was in 3rd place coming down the final stretch. Bronze medal was hers. She was cruising to the finish line. Then, with just a few steps left, Molly threw her arms up in the air to celebrate. She started coasting. She thought the race was over, but her teammate, Emily Infeld, was right behind her. Emily saw Molly slow down and celebrating, so she leaned forward and sprinted through the finish line.
She knows she can't be a champion here. She knows that Chariot's better than her. Chariot crosses the line. Gillida Berger in 2nd place, and there, look at the finish. A dive for the line by Infeld. Beats Molly Huddle, who was settling back, who was relaxing.
Emily beat Molly by 9/100ths of a second. That's basically nothing. Molly lost the bronze medal because she celebrated too early. After the race, Molly was devastated. She said, "I let up too much in that last half step." Emily was right there the whole time with just more momentum. "It's going to take a long time to get over this." Emily felt bad too. She said, "I feel a little guilty because I feel like Molly let up a little. I don't think she realized how close I was. I hate to take a medal from a teammate, but I was just trying to run through the line." Here's the thing. Emily did exactly what you're supposed to do. You run through the finish line. You don't stop until it's completely over. Molly learned that lesson the hardest way possible. And it's not just the women. Men do this too. In 2015, there was a college runner from the University of Oregon named Tanguy Pepiot. He was running a steeplechase race at his home stadium. The crowd was full of Oregon fans. Tanguy was in 1st place coming into the final stretch. He had a big lead. He thought he had won. So what does Tanguy do? He starts waving to the crowd. He's pumping them up. He's smiling and getting them to cheer louder. He wants to enjoy his victory lap. The problem? The race wasn't over yet. A runner from the University of Washington named Marin Simon was behind him. Marin saw Tanguy waving to the crowd and thought, "Wait, I don't think he knows I'm coming. So, Marin sprinted as hard as he could. Tanguy finally heard the crowd getting really loud and looked at the big screen. He said later, I was like, whoa, somebody's coming. I was very surprised. But by then, it was too late. Marin passed him right before the finish line and won by 1/10 of a second.
Take my word for it, there's a moral to this story.
Yeah, it looked like a coronation for Tanguy Pepio. He's getting the crowd. He wants the crowd to cheer his performance, and at the end, he gets pipped. He gets pipped by Marin Simon of Washington.
After the race, Tanguy just dropped to the ground. He was exhausted and embarrassed. Marin tried to comfort him, but there was nothing anyone could say. Tanguy had just lost because he decided to celebrate before crossing the finish line.
And you just can't do this kind of stuff, Lewis.
You can, and you see his face, and no one has to say anything. They don't have to explain it to him. He'll never make that mistake again.
Now you might be thinking, wait, what about Usain Bolt? Didn't he celebrate early all the time? Yes, he did. In the 2008 Beijing Olympics, Bolt slowed down and started celebrating before the finish line in the 100-meter final. He even beat his chest and spread his arms wide while he was still running. And he still won the gold medal and broke the world record. But here's the difference. Bolt was 10 meters ahead of everyone else. 10 meters! That's like being 3 car lengths ahead in a race. He was so much faster than everyone else that he could celebrate and still win easily. Laura Garcia Caro? She was only 2 meters ahead. Molly Huddle? Just a few steps ahead. Tanguy Pepio? Same thing. When you're that close to your competitors, you can't take anything for granted. Every single step matters. Every fraction of a second counts. The difference between winning and losing is sometimes just leaning forward at the right moment. There's also a difference between confidence and carelessness. When Usain Bolt celebrated, he knew exactly how far ahead he was. He was the fastest man in the world, and he knew it. That was confidence. When Laura grabbed that flag and started celebrating, she wasn't being confident. She was being careless. She stopped paying attention. She assumed she had won without actually finishing the race. And let's talk about what happened after Laura's race. The video went viral. Over 700,000 people watched it on social media. People made memes about it. The comments were brutal. People said things like, "Never celebrate too early," and "She's got the flag and everything, silly girl." One person even said, "Now she's a meme, what a consolation prize." That's the other lesson here. When you mess up like this, it's not just about losing the medal. It's about the fact that everyone will see it. Forever. Laura's moment of horror is on the internet for the rest of time. Molly Huddle's celebration and loss, still on YouTube. Tanguy Pepio's wave to the crowd, still there. Meanwhile, Lyudmila Ulyanovska, the woman who passed Laura, was overjoyed. After the race, she said, "I was tired in the last kilometer and last meters, but I wanted to win this medal for my country so much." For Lyudmila, that bronze medal meant everything. She never gave up, even when she was tired. She kept pushing, kept fighting, and she won because she ran through the finish line. She did what Laura didn't do. She finished the race. So what's the golden rule of track and field? It's simple. The race is not over until you cross the finish line. Not when you think you're going to win. Not when you're 5 meters away. Not when you have a big lead. It's over when your body crosses that line.